Hello everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and my craft table. So glad you're here and welcome if you're new. Today is a part 2 of some Christmas crafts, and I believe got a couple of decor items and some gifts that we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and get started. For my first craft, I am going to do something a little different. Well, it's similar to something I've done before. However, I'm using a little bit different supplies, mostly because I'm not real sure where some of my things are. But it's going to be cute either way. I found this mini charcuterie board from Hobby Lobby. So this was when they were having their 50% off sale for the fall. And so I got this quite cheap. It was $2.49, and I think I paid what, $1.25-ish for that. So I'm going to use this, and I want to put a this little woodland themed paper. This is just patterned cardstock, well, not cardstock, but patterned scrapbook paper. And I got this from Michael's. It was in one of their little Christmas 6x6 pads that I picked up recently. And then here I have a little text, and it says, "'Tis the season." So this is just adhesive vinyl and super tiny little, oh goodness, I got my H moved up a little bit. So I'm trying to remember if this is actual text or if this is an SVG. I think this is an SVG that I just cut out these words, and it had some other things, and I just used my contour button to take care of that. So I didn't want to use all of it. Okay, so I have that. And then normally I would either paint this with chalk paint, or I would use Mod Podge to put down my paper. However, I don't really have my Mod Podge right now. I'm going to get my paper trimmer because I'm only going to use a part of this little design here. So this is really cute. I just love this. Let me grab my paper trimmer and I'm going to trim this down. Okay, so what I really like is I like from about right here down to here. When I was measuring, this was about 3 3/8 and then this way was about 4 3/4. So I thought I would take this down. I actually want to not use this bottom piece here. Okay, so I'm not going to use that piece. Actually, I need to, because this one isn't as big as it needs to be, let me measure 4 3/4. So 3/4 is going to be about right here. Now I didn't want to pull out the bigger paper trimmer, so I'm just using my little one. It's about right here. Okay, we'll put that aside. Okay, let's see where this ended up. So not bad. I do think it needs to be straightened a little bit. I'll give that a little slice. Okay, so here is this. Let's see how we like that. And I actually may trim it down right here. Okay, I'm going to trim it down a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, I think that's good. So that'll go like that. I'm just going to let it hang off both sides and get it right flush with the bottom. And then I'll just trim off with my True Control knife the sides. Okay, so with that, let's see how tall this is. So this is 3.5. I still currently do not know where I have Mod Podge. So it's somewhere in my stash. Don't quite know where it is. So what I'm going to use today is I'm just going to use some really strong double-sided tape that I use. This is from scrapbook.com. I'm just going to go around the perimeter here. This is kind of fun because you can just tear it actually. And I don't need any dimension, but I do need to make sure that the paper doesn't come off until I'm ready for it to come off. So this is good. And I actually can tear off this little piece over here. And what I'll do is I will trim away any extra that needs to come off when I get this paper down. Okay. The other thing is that because I only need, now that I'm thinking about this, I only need it to be, let's see, let's make it a little bit more than 3.5. There we go. And then I'm just going to peel up the release tape. Okay, so then just for good measure, I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue, just a little bit, and I am going to just put some along these little strips, and then a little bit on the wood, just enough to get the paper stuck down. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm going to place this flush. Now that liquid glue is giving me the float time that I need. All right, and I'm going to burnish this down. Okay, so that takes quick work of that. Let me grab, let's see, True Control knife here. I am going to flip this over and I'm just going to go along the edge and trim off the excess. Okay, bring that over. All right, that looks great. This is sticking down, so that is good. Okay, so the next thing I need is some transfer tape. Okay, and then we will get this on there, and I'm going to burnish both sides, front and back. Peel this up. Perfect. Very nice. I'm going to come in and put this just like this. Okay, I think that looks good. And I'm just going to burnish this down. I'm very excited to be back crafting on a more regular basis. It has definitely been very busy. Okay, hopefully I got all this to stay down. And I am ready to make some decor and some little gifts. Oh, well, I'll have to fix that T. This does not like staying down. Okay, that was good there. I need to fix this T. Let me use my tweezers here. Once the vinyl is down, you know, and you let it sit for a little bit, it's on there, right, until you take it off. But I guess today it's wanting to be a little bit ornery. Goodness, there it is. I think we got it. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is I got these cute little reindeer from Hobby Lobby. They were in the Christmas crafts section, and they're not stickers, they're double-sided glitter reindeer. They look so cute. And they were $1.99, so of course I only paid like, what, $1 for them? I thought this would be so cute like this. So I'm going to just use my reverse tweezers and this glue. So this is the glue, my craft glue, and I love this little bottle. Got it at Michael's with the, you know, the precision tip, but it's great. Allowing me to get in here, get all that good stuff in the right spot. And then I'm going to set that down. I'm just going to hold this here for just a second. Give that glue a few seconds to get tacky between the glitter and the paper. And there we go. That is our little first craft of the evening. This is so cute. This will go like in a little vignette, or it can go by your coffee pot or coffee bar like wherever you like to have things. You could not cut this like I did, and you could hang it from your tree. So there's a lot of possibilities. And I honestly don't know if these are year-round at Hobby Lobby, but depending on your store and how much fall stuff they still have, you may still be able to find those. Well, this is our first craft of the evening, and this looks fantastic. I just love this. And this would be something cute if you put it in like a little gift basket with some, with some wine, cheese, and crackers or whatever. All right, let's go ahead and move on to craft number 2. Okay, so for my next craft, we're actually going to be using glitter iron-on, and I'm using the Infusible ink wine bags from Cricut, and they're actually really nice. Okay, so I did bring up a bottle of wine for measurement purposes, so no, we are not drinking the wine this evening, but you want to make sure that when you put the wine in the bag and you stand it up, that you know where the bottom needs to be. So I don't want my design to go past a certain spot because this is not going to be seen, and I need to measure that so that I don't put my design too low. That is about, okay, so 1.5 inches puts it right there at the bottom. As long as I have 2.5 inches from that bottom seam right here, that from here up 2.5 inches, then everything will fit perfectly. And as far as my width is concerned, my designs aren't super big, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so let me move all of this out of the way. Just in case you have not used these before, they are compatible with infusible ink or sublimation, and it is 5.75 inches wide by 13 inches tall, and it is 100% polyester, so you can sublimate on these if you wanted to. I'm just going to use glitter iron-on because I thought they would be super fun. So this first one here is really rather simplistic. This is that beautiful champagne gold that I used a couple videos, or my last Christmas video, where I made the shirts for my sister, and it is a champagne color. Just gorgeous. So now I'm just going to weed out this design, and I'm really hoping that I have not cut off some of these stars that are going to be up here. And then we're going to press this at about 330 degrees. It says 330 degrees for 30 seconds. But truth be told, a lot of times, especially with glitter, I go a little bit beyond that just because I find that it works a little better. And there's one little star over here that I'm a little worried that it kind of got cut off when I cut the vinyl. So we'll see. And that's mainly because, I only had a certain width of the vinyl. Almost done here. So tell me, have you started Christmas shopping? Or are you not quite ready to that point yet? We have kind of started Christmas shopping, and it's kind of funny because my husband, he likes to order me things, and sometimes I order him a few things, and they come on the same day. So it's a race to see who gets home and finds all the stuff. Okay, let me see. You see right here, this little star. Kind of sad about that little star because I'm thinking that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off of the design, even though I don't want to. I mean, I could put it over here, and see if that would look weird. Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. I think I'm going to leave it there. So part of my star got chopped off because I didn't have enough width, but that'll look cute. I'm going to leave that like that. All right, let me double check my design and make sure that I have weeded all of the middles. Okay, I am quite glad that I looked because there is a piece right here. I thought there was one more piece, but I wasn't 100% sure. So here is the design. Okay, it looks so good. All right, so we're going to put this on our bag, and I'm going to have it be up here, and I'm going to double check. I've definitely got 2 inches, so I do think it'll be okay. So now what we got to do is lint roll. We're going to put this on here, and then I'm going to heat this for a few seconds. This will prep the material for the vinyl, and it will take out any moisture. Now we're going to put that smack in the middle. Perfect. This is 6 wide through here, and that H is at 3. So this is great. So now I'm going to press this, making sure. And wow, it's upside down. That'll be okay. Okay, I'm going to let this just cool here on my glass mat. And I'm going to let that cool while we work on the other one. Okay, so I have another one of these wine bags. We're going to do the same process all over again. This little SVG is super fun. I am very excited about this one. This particular SVG you could actually use on a variety of bags. Well, you'll see here in a second. It's just fun. And it doesn't, if you put it on a different kind of bag, like no one would know it was for a wine bag originally. So if you have a person in mind who has a really good sense of humor, then this is a great SVG. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. And this is what I mean by this SVG you could use on a variety of gift bags. You could put it on other bags that are fabric. You could put it on paper bags with just adhesive. Well, actually, you could use iron-on vinyl. But, oh, this is just so fun. Well, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and peel off this carrier sheet here. And then this little star in the original design, when you look at Design Space, I'll have this linked down in the description. So the whole file with everything I'm using, plus a list of all supplies and materials. But this little star was over here. And then with it getting cut off, I just pulled it to the side of the C, and that worked out really good. Okay, I'm loving that. We're going to bring back in the mat. Well, we need to lint roll. Oh, goodness. Well, first we need to clean the lint roll brush. I'm still working off of this travel one. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to place an Amazon order for myself. Speaking of for yourself, I have a question. How many of you moms, or I guess, I don't know, parents, how many of you parents, how many of you do stockings? And first of all, if you have any teenage girls and you have some good ideas for stockings, I am all ears. And then also husbands. But my husband, bless his heart, every year he gets so stressed about the, look at that, it's perfect. Perfect placement there. He gets so stressed about the stockings, and I tell him it's not that big of a deal. I'm pretty easy to please. you know, makeup, perfume, school supplies, and crafting. You know, seriously, I'm easy. But I was watching another person on YouTube, and they are genius. They decided that they were doing their their own stocking because I guess last year they didn't have anything in their stocking. Something happened, and so the kids were very little, and they were worried that Santa forgot mom's things. So she just decided that this year she will do her own stocking. And I thought, you know, that's genius. Like, if he wants to contribute, he can. But I think there's a few tiny things that I would really like to have. And I think it'd be easy for me just to get those on my own. And I told him that if he wants, I can take care of all of the stockings and he doesn't have to worry about any of them. And I think he is liking that idea. We'll see what happens. But if you've got great ideas for stocking stuffers for teenagers and husbands, let me know down in the comments, just because I like to know what other people give in case there's something really awesome that I did not think of. Great. We're going to just let that cool for a moment. I am going to go ahead and press the back of this just for a few seconds, just like I do on all of my iron-on projects. I do always do the back. And you will notice, I don't know if you noticed, I know it was upside down, but I did use the 330 degrees, but I did it for 40 seconds and not 30 seconds. I just find sometimes that a little bit of extra time is perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna let that hang out for a second. I tell you what, glitter is just my favorite. Okay, did you see that? I think I'm gonna have to repress that one a little bit. Oh yeah, this is gonna need a little more. Maybe I need more pressure. Okay, I'm gonna place this back on here. I'm gonna repress this, and I'm not gonna let it go the whole 40 seconds, just some. So we'll see how that does. I'm just gonna let that hang out over here. Okay, and then this was beautiful. This was great. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. While we have our easy press out, I might as well go ahead and do this particular one as well. So these are, I think, if I'm not mistaken, these might be from Dollar Tree, but they're just little oven mitts, and we've got a couple of SVGs here, and this one is all about Christmas cookies. So I'm just going to use Caesar Easy Weed, you know, everyday iron-on vinyl. I've got 3 different colors going on here. So this is a fun little SVG that says, "It's not Christmas without cookies." This would be really cute to put in like a little gift basket with, you know, cookie mix and sprinkles and all of the things. Now, unfortunately, the way this design is and the fact that I wanted 3 different colors, this particular piece, I am going to be sacrificing quite a bit of real estate, but that is okay. I don't always use this much extra vinyl and then just, you know, scrap it away. Let's see, I think this side is a little bit better. Okay. I'm gonna let roll. All right, so we are going to start with this. So it's gonna go there like that. And then we'll do the others. Okay, I'm gonna heat up the Easy Mini Press because I think it'll be a lot easier to do the different colors. So while we're waiting for that, okay, that is so much better. No problem there. And I do want to press the back of this as well. So I think what I'll do is once the Easy Press is ready, I'll press the back with that for this one. Here are the two wine bags, and they look amazing. And, you know, not everybody's a wine drinker, so that's okay. But this right here, this could be for anybody, for any gift bag. I just love this SVG. I think this is great. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up these. Perfect. Check that out. That looks great. It's not Christmas without cookies. And I do have one more of these. And before I do that, I need to go ahead and press the back of this. Since we're using the mini, I might as well just use it here. Okay, so we have another mitt, and let's see. This one, this is a Mrs. Claus's Bakery, then fresh baked cookies. And I have 3 different colors for this one as well, 4 different colors. I'm super excited about this. And my daughter, she loves making Christmas cookies, so I cannot wait for winter break when we're both home from school. And she wants to learn how to make bread. So I think this year, in addition to Christmas cookies, I think I'm going to teach her how to make bread. Now, of course, she wants to make sourdough bread of all things. I don't really have a sourdough starter, so I don't know how that works. I don't know. I may have to investigate that here over the next week or so. Like, you know, if you don't have a starter, can you make your own starter and it just sits for a while? Or do you have to put out an all call for bakers in your area to see if somebody has sourdough starter? My sister probably does. She made the best sourdough bread that we took when we went hiking. But I'm not driving 3 hours to go pick up sourdough starter. So, do you guys make Christmas cookies, candy, breads? What is your favorite kind of things to make for the Christmas season or holiday season, really? When my husband and I first got together, it was funny because our first Christmas together, I was so stunned because he literally had the entire winter break off, you know, with me and the kids. It was so fun, and we baked and made candy, and I mean, it was seriously like a bakery and a candy shop. We had to not do that every year because that was a lot of sugar. Of course, none of the kids needed all that sugar. I don't think I mentioned it, but all of these SVGs I did get from Design Space. So with that, I'll be able to, you know, link the whole design file, and you won't have to go hunting for the designs because they will be there for you. Okay, so Mrs. Claus's cookies, bakery, fresh baked, stars, and little sprigs. And I guess I'll go the same direction as I did before. And you know, I don't think that I preheated the other oven mitt. Get it? Preheating the oven mitt. Wow, that is a really bad joke. Okay, so we'll just do a little bit. Much better. Look at that. That looks so good. That's great. I like that. So now we have both of these, and these, you know, you could put them in your kitchen, you could make teacher gifts, you could make neighbor gifts, really just kind of whatever suits your fancy. Okay, let's go ahead and do one last craft and then we will have project showcase. Okay, so I have one last craft and I am hoping that this works out. So I found this like oval little, this was from the Dollar Tree, and I just thought it was interesting. I haven't seen anything like this there before. And I wanted just to make like something that I could hang on the wall or I could set as part of a vignette. So I came across this paper in my stash, and what I did is I had the Cricut try and cut this out, but I could not get an exact size, but it's pretty darn close. So by that, what I mean is, my thought was, you know, this gets tucked here up under these beads, but then right down here, right there, you can see some of the under piece of the wood. So before I lay all this down, I thought it would be smart, at least for color continuity, is to place some of these curved sections here in these curves like that, just so that at least color-wise, you don't really notice too much that there's a different color brown underneath. I'm really just gonna very lightly use it to get this tucked up under there. Okay, so like this. To the best of my ability, you know, this will be tucked up underneath those beads and it will be a space filler. And then once I get the actual paper down, I've got an iron on to go on top of that. And I just thought I would kind of do that. I think I actually may do it in all four corners, because you're not really gonna see it. And this came from scrapbook.com. I forget who, I think it's Simple Stories, but that's where I purchased it, was scrapbook.com. And I love it. It's so cute. All right, I think that will absolutely take care of any gaps that are in that space. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my liquid glue. Now this liquid glue so far is doing a great job on the other. And then I'm just gonna place this in there, working this up under these beads. I thought about painting the beads, but then I just decided to leave it the way it is. This is working well, actually. And I'm just gonna burnish down, make sure that glue is nice and pressed in there. So that looks fantastic. And then I have one more iron on. So my easy press is still here, my little mini. Yes, you can iron onto wood. You can iron onto paper. You can actually, it's not super vibrant, but you can actually use Infusible ink on wood as well. I have definitely done that in the past. And what I like about that is you get a lot of options when you try different materials. Okay, let's weed out these little middles here, and then we can get this ironed on. Oh shoot. Y'all, you know what I just did? I did not mirror my design. Okay, I'm gonna need to pause and go recut this and do a mid-craft cleanup all at one time. And then I will be back to finish this out. Okay, all is fixed. So now we have Merry and Bright. It has now been mirrored like it is supposed to. Okay, kind of subtle. I'm just gonna very lightly iron that onto the paper. And then I've got a few of these little snowflakes that I want to add to that. Let's check it and see. Beautiful. All right. So now, again, these also came from Hobby Lobby. Okay, we've got some white glittery ones. So I think I'll put one here. And then these are just snowflake. They're like foam stickers. Yeah, glitter snowflake foam stickers. That's what the package says. Okay, so we'll do one here and here. And then I think I'll find one more for the bottom. So probably like that. And then there is our little sign. So you can just have it sitting on your counter. You could have it hanging. So you can put it in something like this and it'll just sit on the counter. Or you could have it hanging from like a ribbon. And I don't know whether I'm going to hang it or whether I'm just going to have it sit. So we'll just let that be for a while. All right, let me bring in all of the projects that we made this evening, and we can find out which one that we think we like best. Okay, well, these are all of the projects that we made this evening. These were super fun. And so we had this little charcuterie board with some scrapbook paper and a little glitter foam element and some adhesive vinyl. And this just makes for a cute little design element to put with a Christmas vignette, or you could even hang it. You could even make this into a large ornament. These are amazing. Okay, so definitely gifting somebody some wine for this one. This one will most likely be gifting some wine. However, you could use this SVG for just about anybody with anything, and you would just put it on a different type of bag. So I love these. This is that Caesar glitter HTV, and this is champagne, and this is that beautiful red. And then we had some fun with baking mitts. So this is just Caesar Easy Weed vinyl or HTV vinyl, and I really liked how these came out. I wasn't really sure what they were going to turn out to be, but they look really good and they're super fun. You can hang them in your kitchen. You could also turn these into gifts for teachers, neighbors, or anyone you just need a little something for. And then finally, another little decor piece, something a little Scandinavian, Nordic, just kind of depending on your design style, but just a little bit subtle and then a little bit of sparkle. Well, I hope that you found these items were inspiring, at least giving you some ideas of things that you can do throughout the Christmas season for decor and or gift giving. And if you did find this video inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your crafty friends. And until I see you in the next video, as always, happy crafting.
Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm so glad that you can join me at my craft table. If you're not already, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when new videos arrive. Have a great day, and as always, happy crafting.